What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video where I'm showcasing some of the new products that I've picked up from the VIB sale and Black Friday and other things, and then also just some old products. Of course, I did create this look and olive brown. The sun is going in and out during this video, so I do apologize for that, but I am in the fine-tuning end zone time period right now when it comes to filming for December, and I just don't have the time to refilm it. I don't know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the products. I will have all of the products hopefully listed and linked down below for you guys. There's going to be a splash of Natasha Denona. There's going to be a splash of McGrath and Fenty. There's some Tower 28 and Milk. So if you're interested in hearing about some of these products and just seeing how I created this look overall, let's get to it. Hey guys, so like I said in the intro, I just thought it would be kind of fun just to play with some new makeup, maybe throw in some old project pan, but mainly focus on the new. So we're gonna start off with, of course, primer. And today I did pick up another primer in my last order from the VIP sale, and this is the Milk Hydro Grip. I have used this before, but I only had a sample previously, and I've been trying to go through my primers so that I could get use out of this or actually purchase it. I just decided this year I was going to go ahead and purchase it. I only have one legitimate primer, which is a very mattifying one. There's nothing wrong with that, but I like a more moisturizing kind of silky situation. I hope I let all of my skincare sit enough and it's not moving my skincare around, but anyways, it'll be okay. I don't plan to leave the house today. So yeah, really enjoy this primer, and it'll just be interesting to try it with my foundations that I'm wearing now instead of whatever the foundation was that I was testing it out originally, because I could not tell you which one it was. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and use my kind of normal foundation right now. This is the foundation that I'm currently working on. I have finished my Project Pan foundation, so really excited about that, and I figured if I could, I might try and finish this one up before 2022 as well. So that's why I'm reaching for that one, and we're just gonna go ahead and dab some foundation. I just realized, of course, in the middle of filming, that my mirror is in the corner of my desk, not where it's useful by any means. There we go. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of showcase some new with a splash of old. You guys will be seeing another Get Ready With Me tomorrow, which I'll be focusing in on my Project Pan items, so you guys can see one of the looks that I've been doing pretty consistently with those items. And yeah, I figured today might be nice to do something new so that tomorrow you guys will be cool with seeing something old. And don't worry, in the month of December there's going to be a lot of new. So if you're tired of all of my old videos, or not old videos, but old makeup videos featuring them, trust and believe, December will get you good. Okay, so that is, like I said, an old foundation. My nose has been itching every time I put foundation on lately. Anyways, next I'm going to use a new concealer. This is a concealer I picked up during the VIB sale. This is the Fenty Beauty Illuminating Contour Blasey Blah. It's eye brightener. It's in the shade Almond Butter. This is quite the yellow undertone, which isn't, where's the product? Which isn't bad, but not necessarily what I was expecting or used to. But I think out of her line, this is the best one for me. I'm just going to use the ball to kind of spread the product a little bit. All right, I think that's enough. And I'm just going to go ahead and use that same foundation brush. This happens to be the Sigma Beauty Kabuki Curved Kabuki. This is the F83, that in case you are wondering. And as you can see, it does blend in really well, even though it has a little bit of a weird undertone from what I'm used to on concealers. But oh, good lord, what did I do? But I think it's a good concealer nonetheless. Okay, just making sure everything is good. I'm just gonna go ahead really quickly and prime my eyebrows. Ugh. I think my brush literally went into my lower lash line and like dragged a little bit. That's why my eye is a little sketchy right now, but it's okay. I'm just gonna use my brow gel just to push my eyebrows up so that when I am ready to do them, hopefully they are facing the right direction, because who knows? Then I am going to reach for my Project Pan cream bronzer. I've really been getting a good amount of use out of this. I'm very, very happy with the amount of use I've been getting. And now I just need to find a decent brush. Let's just use this. I'm just going to use this. This, as you can see, is stained blue. I used it during one of my Halloween things, I think 2 years ago now. Or a year ago, actually. So I'm just going to pick up some product, hopefully. Yep. And since I'm using a brush for my foundation, I just find it works best, at least for me, to use a brush for everything. I don't necessarily enjoy using brushes, or I would say even this brush if we're being honest for this task, but here we are. All right, and we're just gonna drag some on the outside of my nose. And as you can see, right, it didn't really blend. I don't really think that's a good brush for that task. So I'm just gonna kind of finesse with my foundation brush just to make this all blend in a lot more seamlessly than I think this brush was going to get going. All right, you see, now that's just better. It's just better all around for everybody who is concerned. All right, powder. We're going to use a powder that's not necessarily Project Pan, but not necessarily new. This is the Fenty Beauty powder in Cashew. I really enjoy this. This is one of my favorite powders, loose powders, and I only have a sample. A crazy person would have picked up a full size in all of these sales right now, but you guys will see I picked up a lot during these Black Friday sales, and since I still have this powder, let alone other powders, I decided not to do that, which I think is a smart decision. We'll see in the long run. I'm sure by the time the next really nice sale from Fenty Beauty comes, I'll have money and I will have hopefully saved and like prioritized getting this if I still want it at the time. But this is a really good powder, very, very finely milled, perfect coloring for me, and it just melts into my skin. I just really, really enjoy it a lot. As you can see, it's just effortless. My eye is a little cloudy. I definitely poked my brush in my eye. There's no doubt about it because my eye is cloudy. That always happens when I do that. Don't be like me. Okay, next we're gonna go into another oldie because I did not get a new bronzer. This is my e.l.f. bronzer. I've been using my Rephr 05. This is one of my favorite bronzer brushes, and I have been getting some really good use and progress on this bronzer, so I can't wait to see how far I get by Christmas, and hopefully I'll be able to upload that on time for you guys. We'll see. My work schedule should accommodate me being able to film, I think, the day before Christmas, and that's kind of the day that I wanted to really film the update, so hopefully that will be a thing. But it's really coming along, and I'm always enjoying this. I've been enjoying this since before I really put it in the project, let's face it. Okay, so that's done. Now we get blush, and blush, we have a new product. Let me just bring my brushes over here. I don't know why I'm reaching. Blush, we have a new product. I think I used this in a video coming up soon. I think I used this on the video that's gonna go up on December 1st. This is my Pat McGrath, what is the name? Pat McGrath Divine Blush and Glow Trio. And so I used, in that video, I used this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the pinky one. I have no idea how bright this is. Hopefully not too bright. Ooh. It's a mellow but bright pink. So this is honestly, so far I've really been enjoying, oh my gosh, this eye. I've really been enjoying this blush palette, specifically the blushes. Those are the only two things I've tried so far, but the shades are just really pretty, and although they're not as bright as I originally thought, the pigmentation level is insane, and the lastability is really, the longevity, creating your own words now. The longevity is really good on my complexion. I have been wearing these on and off in between other products that I just reach for, and I must say it is a really nice formula thus far. Now I want to try for the first time the highlighter in this palette. I haven't tried it at all. I don't even think I've swatched it, so this is going to be a full-on first impression. Quite a bit of product picking up. Let's just tap off a little bit. Ooh, okay. She's icy. She is icy. Okay, so let's see. She's icy, but there is kind of, I would say, a depth to it. It doesn't look as stark on my skin as it in person as it does on the camera. I'm looking in my viewfinder. In person, I think this is just lighter than some of the highlighters that I've been using more regularly, so it feels stark, but I love it for the nose and that lip highlight. Beautiful shade, beautiful brightness, and I'm sure I will grow to really enjoy it in its moment on my cheeks. I just don't necessarily think for now that this is going to be, oh my gosh, that this is going to be a go-to. I just don't reach for highlighters this light anymore, at least not, like I said, for everyday use. I think this could definitely be a beautiful highlighter for on camera. I think it looks really nice, really bold, out there, loud, and in charge, but right now maybe not so much. Okay, so now we've pretty much done my base. I do need to do my brows, but that's a whole thing. I don't even have any brow products at all, so I've been using eyeshadow, and I'm still not convinced that I'm actually going to buy any brow products other than the gel. I do have gels, but I have no color brow products, so that's fun. But let me go ahead and do, I'm going to, what am I going to do next? I'm going to go ahead and set my my base. I like to do a setting spray to let my whole base kind of come together. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Setting Mist. I don't know if this is the full size or the mini. I got this in the duo with the primer, so I know this is the full size primer, but this seems a bit small to be the full size spray, so I don't really know, but we're gonna shake it up to get both of the chemicals together, and then we're gonna spray. I really like the sprayer, and I've heard nothing but great things about this setting spray. I like that I can open up my eyes so quickly. I always do that. So for the setting sprays that kind of like agitate my eyes when I open too quickly, me and them don't get along. Not really, not in the grand scheme of things. So overall, I think everything is coming together what I'm gonna do is hop off camera really quickly. I'm going to do my brows, and then I'm going to fill in my lips with my Project Pan lip liner, which I am getting to the crux. And then I will come back on camera, do my eyes with you guys, and then do my lip product. So I'll be right back in just a second. Alrighty, so I just went in and filled my brows in really quickly, and I actually used the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today, so that works out. It doesn't look bad. It might look a little bit more bold than my brows have been looking lately, but that's, once again, it's a different palette, and that palette is a little bit more pigmented than this palette is a little bit more pigmented than the palette that I have been using. So, you know, yeah. I'm really excited to use more makeup that I had no business picking up, but I did. So this is exciting. Using, of course, my MAC paint pot. I'm really doing well getting use out of her. I'm really excited and hopeful that I will meet my goal for this one. So really good things. Right, now for the piece de resistance, it is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. So really excited to just play with this, see how it works on my complexion. Not only the darker shades, I did use this shade, and this shade for my brows. I used these two for the beginning of my brows, and then these two for the outer part of my brows, so the majority of it really. I'm excited to see the different I'm excited to play with the different textures and see the pigmentation level of the different shades. So we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna see how it goes. So I think what I wanna do first is go ahead and go in with the yellow. You guys know I love yellow. This happens to be the Wayne Goss 16, and let's just play. Okay, so far I think the yellow is going onto my eye nicely. I am slightly concerned though, because I don't see it really building on itself. It's kind of like however much you got on there in that first swipe is as good as it's going to get. I think the camera is doing me some justice for once, and it actually looks nice and bright and bold. It's not looking exactly how I want it, but it's looking okay. It's looking okay right now. So we're gonna go with it. We are going to go with it. Where should I go from here though? I think what I'm gonna do now is go with my gut. So I was thinking about trying to do such a stark difference between that bright warm yellow and this pretty cool tone brown. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna find a brush that I like. Oh, this is a good one. This is the angled medium shading brush from Sigma, and this is their E70, and I'm just gonna take some of the product from that shade and just kind of pack it on that outer V area. And you see how cool that is compared to the yellow? I just think this will be an interesting contrast, and I'm excited to see what happens. Okay, so the sun completely left just now, so I'm looking a little bit more something, but we're just going to try and even out this eye. Okay, this is what it's looking like. I did take the time to blend. I think I want to do a little bit more blending, just to ensure that it's looking exactly the way I want. It's definitely not the easiest to combine such a warm and such a cool shade together, but I just thought it would be really cool. So I think that looks a little bit better. I do just want to, we'll do some fixing later, but so far this is the general makeup of what I like. So now what I want to do is take a flat brush. This will work. This is from BH Cosmetics. And I think what I want to do is play with some of the actual warmer toned shimmers. Maybe this one up here, which is like a reddier tone. So I'm just going to take up the product and spray my brush. And just put it right all over my lid. All right, so I had to step away for a second, but I did also finish up this eye. As you can see, it all kind of came together in a similar vision to what I was thinking. Not exactly, but not the worst. So let me show you guys what I did. Like I said, I took the reddier metallic and I put that all over my lid. In my inner corner, I went and took this like greeny yellowy one with the small pencil brush, and this is going to be packed all in my inner corner and slightly in the front of my lower lash line and of course my upper lid. Okay, in my waterline, I actually put a melt liner in Baked. This is a really nice liner. It doesn't really show because it's supposed to be like a nude, but it's like a warm nude. So I really like this liner, and it actually does last quite a bit of time. My mascara is still my normal Essence. The other thing that I wanted to point out is out here on this outer edge, I was having a little bit of difficulty getting the yellow to stick. So what I ended up doing was just taking a really small lid brush and just adding a little bit of my primer out there, cleaning up the excess of the black or the brown that I had just a little bit too far out, and then making enough room for that yellow that it can now stick onto the primer. So that's something that like I'm sure everybody else knew to do and still does, but I just thought about it. So it works though. So all I need to do is put on my mascara, but I do want to just put on, while I'm with you guys, my lip product. So I bought quite a bit of Tower 28 things during the VIB sale, and it was all because of these lip jellies. These lip jellies really are comfortable and just nice. Now, there are two different formulas that they have. The lip jelly is more of a clear with just a tint, whereas the other one, I can't think of the name, that one actually has full-on pigment. I just got the tint versions, but these feel so good. They have enough slip that you can mess around with them. And if you guys know me, when I am trying to project pan my lip glosses, I tend to use them as like chapsticks. So I'm using them constantly over and over again, but my lips get dried out doing that. So then I have to do something else outside of that to kind of revive my lips. Whereas these lip jellies, no problem at all. Towards the beginning, right after the VIB sale, I was literally carrying them to and from work. I had absolutely no problems. I put them back in my little basket so I remember to haul them, but I really wanted to show you guys. And like I said, on the base of the lip color is actually my Project Pan lip. So this is pretty much the finished look. I am just going to go ahead and put my mascara on this eye, maybe do another setting spray mist, we'll see, and then I will come back to show you guys the whole finished look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. This is the finished look, and I really like it. I like it. It's not necessarily what I thought it was going to be, but I'm not mad at it. I kind of just had different colors that I wanted to play with in my head, and I threw them on my face. So that's how that cookie crumbled. Let's roll through the new products that I used in the order that I used them. So first is the Fenty Beauty Concealer. I've been enjoying this. This is about the third or fourth time that I have put this under my eyes, and of course the other parts that I like to conceal. I really do like it. It is the type of formula that I like. It's the type of coverage that I like, which is like more of a satin skin-like medium coverage. The color, it seems very off-putting at the beginning, but it blends in beautifully to my foundation, so I don't really have any problems with that, and I like it so far. Now, like I said, I've been testing this out here and there, but I do still intend to finish out the concealer that I currently am using. I just wanted to test it out to make sure that it was a concealer that I actually want to keep, and I didn't need to return it for a better shade or something. So that's really the reason, but I do like to focus in on one concealer at a time, very similar to foundation. Then, before that, my bizzles, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I still enjoy this so far. I would love to see how this changes the longevity of the foundation foundation that I'm wearing, because the longevity of the foundation that I'm wearing right now is really long. So to add this to it, I am very excited. I am putting this makeup on rather late for me. It's about 1:30, so I will wait until the end of the day to see how long it wears and how it wears, because I will be very, very interested. And check out down below, I will have a pinned comment for you guys, letting you know how good it wore. Then we have the Milk Makeup Hydro Spray. I'm gonna just talk to them back to back. So far I like it. Like I said, I would love to see how all of these come together to extend my longevity, but I do need to look to see if this is like the mini size or the full size, because if this is the full size, ciao, bye. Okay, not for the price. So we'll see how that cookie crumbles. Okay, for my Pat McGrath blush palette, I am loving this so far. This is not a normal shade that I will pick for, but I will say it works. It really works. It works with the eyeshadow, it works with my skin tone, it just works, period. And the highlighter, although I was worried, it really does work. It melts into the skin eventually. And I think just the added bonus of putting a setting spray to really let that powder kind of seep and mold and come together with the other powders and products and stuff, I think that really helped too. But like I said, regardless, that face highlight on my nose and my upper lip from that palette goals. Then let's just talk about my lip gloss. I really like this lip gloss. I have 2 others and I'm really happy that I have them. And yeah, we'll see. I'm probably only going to pick up certain shades. I don't need the whole line. That is not something I'm going to do, but I am really happy that I did pick that product up, as well as the other 2. And then of course, lastly, my Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I am enjoying this thus far. I'm really happy with the yellow. I was really worried about it, and honestly, I was really worried about some of these shades too. Like this shade, I'm not as worried anymore. Seeing how the yellow really is showing up on me, I feel like this shade is really going to do some justice. I'm really excited overall, and I'm just learning that, like, you know, sometimes our first impressions of a palette, or seeing it on people of a lighter complexion, seeing how it's pigmented, blendable, all of that, and then I'm like, but is it going to work for me? I feel like I need to reevaluate some of those things a little bit, because these products are really working out nicely. So yeah, the sun keeps playing me, so who knows about that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these products, and I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of show and tell, if you will, of some of the new with a splash of old. I'll see you guys tomorrow with my next video. Bye guys.